Welcome to the Air Moon Eris channel. Today we are doing a reading that will be how would you appear in another person's reading. So we have 3 piles for you to choose from today. We have group 1 with the be with those who help your being. We have group 2 with be thankful for everything that happens for you or to you. And group 3, if you are facing in the right direction, all you have to do is keep walking. So you can take a moment to choose your pile and use the timestamps in the description box to jump ahead to whichever one you select. Yeah, hoping everyone's doing well, and this is a timeless reading, so I'll see you there. Okay, welcome group 1 to today's reading, which will be how would you appear in another person's reading. So that was if you chose be with those who help your being. Okay. So it looks like this person, I don't think they directly come for a reading for you, but it's like your energy is coming through. So it looks like how you come through in their reading, it's almost as if you're a person starting out in something, and you could be like, you could have a strong sense of like determination or willpower or something like that. You could be like a real go-getter. You could have a lot of inner strength, but I also, at the same time that I heard inner strength, I got like inner turmoil. I feel like you'd be very quick. So just everything that's coming through would just be like what they would be getting about you in their reading. Yeah, try to do the best to keep that kind of, that framework. They might feel like you're different, like you take charge of a situation and they're not used to being a person that takes charge of a situation. They may feel like at times you are a force to be reckoned with or a person to watch out for. I'm not sure if they know what to expect with you, but I do think they see you as a complete fulfillment. For some of you, there could be like a real magnetic attraction here. Yeah, definitely like a sexual attraction component here. Yeah. And they think that you could show them, well, Spirit is saying that you could probably show them the way forward in life, how to live like a healthy, balanced, happy life, and that you could really provide a new beginning to them. And this Two of Swords here seems to be their feelings, how they feel about it. It's like they're not really sure which way to go. I think for some of them, they might feel damned if they do, damned if they don't. For others of them, they're just like, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to keep their wits about themselves, but it's like the more they think about it, the more stuck they become, instead of just like loosening their grip and making a decision and just sticking to it. So, but the card that we have, be with those who help your being. It's almost as though that's what, yeah, Spirit's input is. Like the message that they're trying to tell this person. And it is very clear in these cards that this person, yeah, that Spirit is saying that you are the person that would help their being. So, but this person's still reluctant. So I feel like that's why it would come through in a reading for them, because of that reluctancy that Spirit is picking up on. I feel like Spirit is trying to encourage them in your direction, and that they know that you would actually be really good for them. Yeah, that's really nice. There's something here that I'm unsure of though, so I'm just going to see. Okay, so there's like a type of doubt that's coming through, and it's because I think this person sees you as potentially like a wild card, like a wild unknown beast that's, I don't know how to explain it, like you might be very free. I think there's a level where they see you to be like untamable or something. Untamable or unobtainable, I'm not sure, maybe both. But mostly just that they might be like a wild flair that you have. Maybe you're just the type of person that wants to go out, not wants to go, you just go and do whatever it is that you want to do. And that could be intimidating to them. Yeah. And if it's not that, I think you've got a different type of intelligence to them and they're not used to it. This person definitely seems like more logical, communicative, maybe good with like maths or words or not, like, yeah, I want to say numbers. They're probably, they could be like more likely to be like academically inclined, or they could stand for a lot of justice. But I think the way that you navigate the world is very different to them, and it scares them. But I think they know, well, they're unsure of it, and Spirit's trying to lead them the way. But it's that saying, it's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Yeah. I can't really tell if they're going to reach out to you after this reading or not. I did narrow it down to just one person that you're coming through in a reading like this for. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I feel like we need to take an oracle card. Let's see. I want the mermaids. I wasn't planning on using these cards, so it's hard to say if it's like this person or maybe who they've got the reading from, that the mermaids are somehow significant. But there is like a lot of water here as well, so just water on its own could be really significant. And I'm getting something here too about sometimes people can have so much water in their chart that it is to be confused with fire, or maybe it's not to be, but it can just be something that happens where on the surface it looks the same as fire, but maybe underneath it is a lot of water. Okay. I feel like this person is, it's one thing to be unsure, but it's almost like they are, I don't know if they're scared or there's like a type of fear here. It says we have sacrifice. There are those worth making, and there are those that will destroy you. The Selkie and her skin, reclaiming your authenticity. Okay. I think this is part of what this person would be getting through in the reading as well, but more in regards to themselves. And I think that it actually explains this Two of Swords energy a little bit more, so that you can understand why, even though Spirit is, you know, pointing them in your direction, why they're still caught up, unsure which way to go. Because I think they feel pulled between two decisions here. And it's like, one is that it's kind of, maybe not two decisions, but it's kind of like they feel like they potentially sacrifice their authentic self by moving towards you. Like maybe they feel like there's not quite enough space here for the both of you. And I mean, there is potential here too for you to be such, it looks like what's coming through in the cards, you are magnetic, you are attractive, you might shine very brightly. You might be a person that just captivates people's attention with, or maybe not captivates, but like commands people's attention without even trying. Like you might not even put in effort or know it's happening or want it to happen, but it happens. And I think this person is scared of losing themselves to your light, or I don't know. And it's like they struggle to even get the words out. And it's like they want to, and they know that there's something there, but I still don't even know if they really understand it themselves. Like they seem a little bit clouded. And I feel like on the other hand, so it's like, yeah, so maybe they feel like they'd be sacrificing their authentic self if they move towards you, but then by also choosing their authenticity, they feel like they could potentially sacrifice the connection, and they really don't want to do that either. So I kind of get this sense with this person that maybe they feel like they don't have a very strong sense of self or confidence or self-worth. There's something here where it's like you maybe have more of that and they have less of that, and because of that they're almost willing to forego their own emotional needs and their authentic self. And I think that they're coming out of a pattern or a habit here. I want to pull more cards. Which ones? Let's see. Let's get more of the story. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, they're already on their journey. They're learning. I think they've learned a lot, actually. I feel like yeah, it's not the first time this person's been put in this position, and I feel like they've only gotten to the point they have because they have started to continually choose themselves. And I think it's maybe one of those things where it's like they're trying to weigh up if they have enough wisdom now to move in your direction where they don't jeopardize themselves, or if they are better off continuing on their path where they are the focus. So it is good because I feel like this person has a genuine, what is it? It's like, it's like, I want to say they're a good person. I'm getting something of similar energy of a good person, and good looks different to all of us. But they're focused on themselves. They're focused on doing real inner work and healing, and they're focused on where they're going, and they're not worried about anyone else or drama or getting caught up in anything that would be detrimental or take away. I think this person is unsure of someone you have around you. Okay, I just, like they're weighing up a decision here. We know that. I need a different deck. I just keep seeing here. I just was getting like a Four of Wands. So there's someone around you, and I don't know if it's that it was like from a wedding or someone that you have entered into like a union or a partnership with, or if there's a person that you celebrate with, or maybe have come into a reunion with or something like that. There's a person around here that this person's not sure about, and I don't feel like the person they're thinking about. I don't think they think they... God, what am I saying? So the person getting a reading about that, you know, you are coming through in their reading, we're going to call them the Hermit. So the Hermit receiving a reading, you come through as like the Page of Wands, and it's like they sort of see someone around you that they're not sure about. But I can't tell if it's like one person or a couple of people in like a group, or if it's just the general behavior. I can't tell if it's like lifestyle choices, morals, values, or the things that they're getting up to. Maybe the choices that they're making, decisions that they're making. I don't know if there's like a... do you know what it is? It's like a level of justification. Whoever this person or these people are might be a bit sneaky, and I get a sense of they feel like they have grown a lot, but maybe not as much as they think they have, and they don't really realize they're still living out these old dynamics. And so I think it throws this person off, because then they wonder if you're still hanging out with this person, if you have really grown the way they thought you had. And they question whether they should sacrifice the connection. Yeah. But like being authentic is very important to this person. And I don't know. I think that this person, they value their own mind and opinion and discretion over others. And they almost have like a knowing, or they trust their gut instincts or something. This person isn't willing to jeopardize their putting the light out in their life. So that's why they are trying to work out what they want to do here, but they're stuck. Okay, so we know how you would come through in the reading for this other person. Seems to be one specific person getting the reading. We understand, you know, that you're coming through as a person that it's almost like they might feel a little bit threatened by your energy, because they, like, you're kind of this unknown, wild, beautiful thing to them that they don't understand, but they do see as ultimate, like, fulfillment and happiness. And I think they understand that you would teach them a lot in life. They just don't want to. There's like that, they see a new beginning with you, and they see like a type of wisdom that they could probably exercise or gain from the situation, but they're just unsure whether they're willing to put themselves in a potential of harm's way. I feel like they're looking for the concrete thing, and yeah, okay. Okay, that's actually everything that I'm getting for you. So I know that Spirit is trying to push this person in your direction, and they're just very reluctant as to what they do. I think they really value Spirit's, you know, whatever Spirit has to say about this, but they're really trying to weigh up whether they feel it's something true to them. There's kind of a... There's something here about them making up their own mind. It has to be their decision. They don't want to do it because Spirit told them to, which is actually great, because at least, you know, if they do come towards you, that it is of their own accord, not because they were just told to. And I just feel like it's, when you come through in the reading for them, they may not have chosen you to come through, but Spirit knows that they're looking for confirmation. Okay, that's everything that I have for you today, Group 1. Hopefully this was helpful in some way, and I'll see you all in another reading. Thanks. Okay, welcome to today's reading, Group 2. If you chose to be thankful for any or everything that happens to you, then this will be your reading on how would you come through in another person's reading, or how would you appear in another person's reading. So I think this person, how you're coming through is very decisive, very clear, very transparent indicative to how people would like you to be. It's like you set the expectation and you be yourself. You're not here to pretend or play games. You're not messing anyone around. I do feel like this person doesn't understand the level that you're at. I do feel like they miss the point of you being transformed in some type of way, that maybe you are being authentic and exercising healthy boundaries and I guess chasing the truth in a lot of ways, like wanting to get to the bottom of the truth maybe. I'm not sure, but they're misunderstanding your energy. I think they just see you as a person who is just being really brash, really cutthroat, maybe not my way or the highway. I'm not sure I want to necessarily go around that way, but there's something similar there that I can't put my finger on. I think they might be intimidated by this because they might not be used to people that have been very strong. They're not people that are used to having to assert themselves, but maybe how you've come up is that you've had to learn how to assert yourself because the people around you maybe were too busy. Forget, I don't know, no easy or nice way around it. Maybe like the way that you come up, it could look like anything or a lot of different things. But maybe other people weren't looking after your best interest, so you had to learn how to, okay? And I kind of mean like maybe you've had people try to like lie on you, like maybe you've had people try to gaslight you or something, tell you that things are different to how they really are, but that's why you're very set on making sure that everyone's on the same page. We all know the truth. We're all taking accountability for what is said in this arena. Anyway, and this person's it's kind of two things here. This person is kind of trying to like learn how to work with you, and I feel like they feel like it's very like a fragile situation or relationship or friendship, whatever, however it is that you guys encounter each other. This person is like really unsure of how to handle the relationship with care, and they're trying really hard, but I feel like they're just not like skilled enough, and they're trying their best, and they're like, oh my god, if I like can't keep this up, then like I might lose it, or I might break it, or I might drop it, or I might drop my, the other things I'm trying to do that are also really important. And I think you mean a lot. I don't feel like they're spreading themselves thin and that they have too much on, or they're choosing other things over you. It's like you're equally important to them, but they just like aren't used to having this extra person that is very strong. You're like established in like your morals or ethics or something here, and they're like, oh my god, what do I do with this? Like, I feel like they're naturally like a well-intended person, but just because they're well-intended doesn't mean they necessarily know how to like handle with care. So I think you're teaching them, like they're learning, and you do mean a lot to them. Yeah, so I think sometimes they could be a little bit clouded on not knowing how to take you. Like, they might not understand where you come from. So I do feel like you have the ability to like communicate effectively and very positively. So if you can ever find a gentle space, or if this person ever says to you anything to you about it, if you're able to find a way to approach it with love and care, in terms of explaining it to them, then I don't know why this is coming through. It's really weird because I don't know the whole story here. Please keep in mind, okay? But I feel like this person is well intended, but I don't know if they've like already hurt you or what your history is here or anything like that. And I feel like the universe is telling them that they need to skill build around how to take care of these people in their life that are ultimately like, what is it? Like I don't know, this type, like a type of evolution here. It's just, I think they're used to a warmer type of personality or a gentler type of personality. I think this person's more used to water and fire types. So this group, you might be in some type of like air energy, or you might just be coming off very clear cut. This is how it is. That's it. Like almost not unemotional, but just this boundary matters more than how I feel. But it's, you know, to protect how you feel. I feel like I'm getting lost in the source in this. Okay, so let's take it back to the beginning. So okay. I think the other side of it is, for some of you in this group, if that first part doesn't resonate, that instead of them feeling like they don't know how to balance or juggle this relationship and take care of it, I feel it's like, so it's like there's two groups. So that's like one way in which you're coming through. So this could look like, you know, one of two things. Either there's two people getting readings on you, or a person's gone to two different readers about you, or maybe this group, like group two, is specifically split up into two main groups here, really, where one group is the group where you're coming through as this kind of like cutthroat person, and your person getting the reading in which you come through from, they're like trying to balance the relationship and take care of it. The other storyline that I'm getting here is that they're seeing you learning how to wield this new skill that you have of being this kind of intellectual, communicative person who is pretty straight down the line. And I think they're seeing you try to balance it with like maintaining those long-term relationships that are really warm, kind, and loving, and that do mean a lot, where we are specifically referencing like significant others or people that make a lot of impact, like a grand level of impact in our lives or significance or something like that. And they're the people that they really, you know, we want to look after in life and like maintain those relationships over the long term. But also they feel like, you know, I just keep getting different scenarios here. Another scenario that I'm getting is that they could know that you and themselves have something to kind of sort out. Like maybe they know you would want to have words with them about something that's happened and they like don't really know what to do with the situation. And then maybe you're both like invited to the same event or something like that, and they know that they're going to see you there. So they're trying to like work on themselves and build themselves up in such a way in which they're unaffected, or they handle it in, I guess, like a worldly, with a worldly sense of wisdom or something. Like they're trying to make sure they've like done everything that they can so that, you know, moment or opportunity met with preparation, that hopefully you guys could have a new cycle and it will begin again. Yeah, actually that makes a lot of sense. And so they're hoping, or spirit's telling them, that they need to invest whether there looks like there's any real payoff here or not, and that they really need to gain a new perspective to see like the reality of what's happened there. Now I'll go back and see what else. So we had a truth teller with a person feeling like they were unsure how to maintain and look after the relationship. This person may feel like they just can't keep up with meeting your needs. Oh, sorry, this is, yeah, no, I do think that's correct. And it's like, what is going on here? There's just a lot at once. You two might be in union, or they are just like a person very close in your life, like, yeah. I am getting something here about they might not have intentionally gone for a reading just based on you, but they may have gone for a reading and you have come through something where it's like there's a part of your subconscious that their energy is still in your subconscious somehow here, and I'm not sure if it's like a problem that they feel was there was never any closure for, or something like that. So I think they're trying to work on that. They're trying to, you know, do what they can to maintain it, to come back from it, come into union again, start a new cycle together. And Spirit's really telling them they need to take care of this connection, and they kind of need to lighten up to the old way of thinking. That there's something here, there's a gap I can't see, because it kind of, yeah, there's something here I can't see. Okay, so there's another situation here I'm seeing where it looks like when this person has gone and got a reading done and you've come through, there's a type of mirroring that the cards and Spirit are using to show them something here. And we've already seen one side, that, you know, everything that's come through so far. The other side of it is that they're actually being kind of cutthroat with you. They might have been trying to keep you accountable. They might have been trying to clear something up, and there's almost an element here of, yeah, wanting the truth, but wanting it to be their truth, or controlling by dominance, where it's like, I don't know, it's like an expectancy that you would just, it's weird, but because I still feel like there's a type of elevation here. So maybe that is how they came off to you, or you thought they came off, or I'm not really sure, but like it is pure and good intentions from an elevated standpoint, but maybe this person has some sort of underlying maybe they just do come off brash, and maybe it's actually that they're just not very smooth with their words, although they're effective as in they say what they need to, but it comes off almost tone deaf, where there's not a lot of compassion or empathy or something like that. Anyway, and so one part of it is that they may have felt like they had something they want to straighten out with you, or you may have felt that you might have felt like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird mirroring energy here, so just take whatever resonates here, and you can always flip the energy. But basically, it was like they were trying not to be too harsh, but they wanted the truth. They were just trying to find balance in the situation. I think that's what it was. Like, it's almost less about truth and more about the balance of things, how they happen. And I feel like this person was kind of trying to level the playing field here. Like, they might have felt like you had the upper hand on something at some point that they did not, and they didn't like that, and they wanted to set it straight and balance everything, and that maybe that would bring you guys into union again together, where you can continue to put a lot of work into like moving forward and starting that new cycle. And no matter what the mirroring like messages that comes through, Spirit is still adamant that this person needs to be investing in you long term, regardless of whether they think there's going to be an outcome here or not. It's like maybe this person was trying to form a relationship with you, thinking that you would work and there would be some sort of like, I don't know what it is, like you would do the work and they would do a season with you, and then, I don't know, maybe they just don't see a payoff. Maybe they just don't see you as a person that there is something to gain from. And because they don't see that there was something to gain from, then it was like something was missed. It's like they've misunderstood your energy. Like it's both one. Yeah, they've misunderstood your energy. There's something about a situation here that they cannot see. But it's weird because, you know, it's like two people who see, I don't know, just the Spirit is wanting them to put work in regardless of whether they think they'll get a payout or not, and that they need some sort of enlightened perspective that they haven't got, and they need to spend time doing these things to build that perspective, and they need to do it in an honest way where they're not having someone else do it for them, or associating themselves with people that are doing it themselves and they're not, or not trying to just like join up with someone for some type of gain or recognition, or they're not trying to like cut corners or skip cues. Like, I don't know. I've got a few different, it feels like a lot. And the message that we have is like, be thankful for everything that happens to you. So yeah, it's almost like Spirit is saying that this person maybe needs to practice some type of gratitude or something, and so that's why they want, but not even like, it's not like they want it to happen just to be like, to have that gratitude. It's like a skill development, or it's like a realization that they reach through going after something like steady and long term, and like having, it's a mind shift. Yeah, it's something that they're not used to, and I think there's something here that has played out in this connection that is either highlighting gratitude to them so that they know what it looks like, or they didn't have gratitude for you, or both. That, you know, it might be intertwined here. But it does seem like a messy energy. I'm gonna see if I can use some sage, and if it clears up, see if I can get, you know, just a clearer message, because I feel like with all the mirroring happening, it's kind of like this was meant to play out this way, so that there's things on both sides that both people need to learn. I just am a little bit unclear about. I know one person is lacking clarity, and it's like maybe they aren't interested in a relationship unless there's something to gain from it. I'm not sure. But that's not quite. Still going, it's a storm, isn't it? Okay, cool, that should be it. not sure if this person is, I feel like sometimes they're very sharp and sometimes they're really not sharp. And because that happens, it does cloud them quite a lot. I'm not sure what it is that makes that cloudiness happen. If it's something that they're, you know, it's self-inflicted, or if it's like a medical condition or something. Okay. I think that this person sees that it's like hard work for you to be who you are, where you're at, everything that you've done. Or Spirit's highlighting that to them through the cards. Like, this person has put in the hard yards, and because they have done that, they get to be this Queen of Pentacles. They don't just get to be this Queen of Pentacles because they did nothing. Taking shortcuts isn't going to make you the Queen of Pentacles, kind of thing. So, okay. I feel like Spirit is trying to tell this person to be thankful for you coming into their life, even if you guys parted ways or bumped up against each other, or just like moved on with life in different directions, and there was no real, you know, argument or no contact point. You might have just gone your separate ways, getting caught up in work or the busyness of everyday or partnerships. So thanks group 2 for hanging out. Hopefully there was something in that message that you got that was helpful, and I'll see you all in another reading. And group 3, this is what I have for you. So you're coming through as a person who is working really hard, really dutiful, diligent, committed. You're showing up every day. You're fine-tuned at your craft and you're improving things. You're very efficient. I feel like you're quite strong in what you do. You might be like really working on something here to get the best possible outcome or yield. And I feel like, you know, it works well. Like, you're successful at it. People know that you're the person in that arena with those skills, and that this person may be, I feel like you could be in their periphery. So they like see you from afar, and I think sometimes when they see you, it makes them feel stuck in their own circumstances. They might want to be like you. For others of you, they may be doing a similar type of work to you, and somehow by you coming into the picture here, it has started disturbing maybe what they do, or their environment, or their business, or you know, like whatever it is. Like, maybe, let's say for example, there's a workplace and they were working and you had a good reputation, but then you come in and you're working really hard, and people can see that you are good and skilled, and it kind of disturbs their environment for their position. Like, they liked being the person that was the skilled person with a good work ethic. So now it's like you may be that person. People are seeking you out. Anyway, I think they're realizing that there's something here where they need to put the work in to improve, to get themselves unstuck. And so for others of you, this is not necessarily like a business sense. It's just like you might be in a really tricky situation, and Spirit, this person might be in a really tricky situation, and Spirit is trying to show them that they need to put that work in every day, day in, day out, and be committed to the cause, so that they can free themselves from something that is quite disturbing. And Spirit's trying to communicate to this person, if you're facing in the right direction, all you have to do is keep walking. And I think that this person sees you as, or how you're coming through in their reading, is kind of as an example of that successful person that Spirit is giving recognition to, for having done what it is that they're trying to explain to this person. They're using you as an example somehow. And they're showing that you're not afraid to go out and try different things and give things a go, and that you will just go after things. I think there's like a lot of motivation here, probably determined as well. You're not, I don't know if you're scared of failure. It doesn't seem like you are, but maybe that's the message they're trying to give to this person, is to not worry about being scared of failure either, just to make it, take it as more of an adventure than anything else. And for a very small number of people in this group, I do feel like this person could be manipulating energy in some way, or maybe not necessarily manipulating energy, but there's a lot of focus on you, hence why you were coming through, where they either like want your business, want to be like you, or there's something here where they're like either watching you or they're trying to influence something here. And we do also have the Five of Swords card here as well, which this looks like gossip. So I'm almost, I don't really like this. I almost get like a defamation of character through gossip type of scenario here. And I think Spirit could be calling them out for a very small portion in this group. You could be the person that is, this energy is kind of flipped, and you could be a person who has, that it's like there could be people coming through in this group thinking they're getting a reading about themselves, about how they would come through in a reading to another person, but they're not realizing that they are the person getting this reading, if that makes sense. So basically there's a small group here in which maybe Spirit is calling out for some type of gossiping, or we're trying to keep people stuck or something like that, and it is disturbing. And really what they need to do is find the direction that they're meant to move in and just keep walking. It's like instead they're coming off their path and kind of going on, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're going to quickly clear this up before we move any further. I'm getting something here about anything that this group does needs to be like very black and white when you have any communication to do with this person, about them, or around them, so that there can be like no mincing of words here, because I feel like that's what they will actually use in that situation. And that if you were one of those small % of people that are saying things about this other person, that you should be being black and white as to not purposely lead astray. I don't know, there's something here where they're like just saying, just say what happened, as opposed to throwing extra things in the mix. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna see if I can get some other cards. So with that black and white communication, I think what they're trying to also say is to just maintain your authenticity and just make sure you're grounded around this scenario or this person or situation, so that, you know, like you're getting to the heart of what matters and you're being balanced when you do it. And there's not really anything that they can do. They can't really mince your words if it's well known that your intention is good. For some of you, this person could just be jealous of a recognition that you have, but feel like most people are actually like really happy for you. I think most people, including spirit, see that you're actually doing a really good job. I feel like there's a lot of like endearing qualities here. This person, it might not be so obvious, but then I don't know. The dead end. Okay. Let's see. I think you might, just depending on your scenario, you might already be onto this person, and you've already put some sort of like wall or stop up to whatever this situation is, or they've hit a brick wall with you. There's something like that here. I'm getting something here where you could be like larger than life, and like they just feel like they can't get through in the, I don't know, in the way that you can. Okay, so we're getting the Hangman in the World, which is kind of no surprise because they both came out in the last group, in group 2. And we did have that call if that was something you felt drawn to go back and watch group 2. And there's like a need to contemplate things here, to be aware of a situation or trying to think about it from a different angle. But it can also, like if you stay there too long, can kind of lead into like a type of stagnation, although I feel like this is just calling for that grounded authenticity and awareness and just moving on with life. Yeah. I don't know if Spirit wants you to spend too much time sweating this scenario. The main message was just make sure that you are grounded in being authentic, you're being black and white, your words can't be minced. For the people where the shoe is on the other foot, you just need to kind of find on, you know, like what direction you want to head in life on your own compass, and just move in that direction. And I think that you'll find that that success and recognition will quite naturally come to you, kind of the way it does for this person in their environment now. But I feel like you'll probably find that you're better suited to a different environment, and you will flourish there, and you will be the person that will really stand out from the crowd and be really good at what you do. It's kind of like Spirit is saying that this is like a dead end for you where you are, and that kind of engaging in that gossipy type of behavior will almost become a dead end for you, where that in itself will end up putting a dampener on your own reputation as well. And I think Spirit actually ultimately just wants you to be happy and to be focusing on your path and working out what it is that you want in the world, and taking that grounded action towards it, and getting to know who you are as a person and seeing it through. But yeah, that's everything I have for you today, group 3. Hopefully this was helpful in some way. Let me know how you went in the comments, and I'll see you all in another reading. Thanks.